I'm Alicia Zimmer, and we are here today at Discovery Green, where Houstonians joined other cities across the country for a tea party protesting the 2009 stimulus package.
America is suffering under soft tyranny. It's not social creep, it's tyranny.
Well, the thing that I'm protesting is the absolute unconstitutional, the irreverence of the Constitution. Let me put it to you that way. I think that our elected officials have an absolute disregard for the Constitution. I think that we're living under soft tyranny. I think it's more than just socialism creep. I really think it's a situation where those who we've been appointed to serve us believe that we are their servants. They feel that they have ultimate, absolute reign over our lives. They feel they own our property. They feel that they own our labor, our currency. I mean, it's a myriad of things that I think the frustration that the Houston Tea Party and all the tea parties across the nation, from the Aleutian Islands to Bangor, Maine, what they illustrate. There's a great amount of frustration.
People saying we're tired of the government sticking their hands in our pocket to stuff their pocket. So I think that's the main theme of this whole revolutionary idea of reaching back into history and saying we had enough, and the people are going to stand up and make our statement.
Problem is we need to get back to efficient government. Spending is not the solution, and we have to give the authority back to the people. We have to let our small businesses have the stimulus to grow. It's the small businesses and it's the middle folks on Main Street that are going to be squeezed out of this package.
What I think the stimulus package is doing is creating an underclass of people that feel entitled and have no reason to pursue ambition, to pursue success, to pursue creating a better life for themselves.
It's forcing down economic growth by scaring businesses from expanding. Businesses make more than $250,000. They're afraid to build another branch or to hire more people because they're going to get taxed more. So it's completely opposite of stimulus.
If we just would start taking a little bit of self-responsibility, companies taking their own responsibility, us taking our own responsibility, we'd never be in this mess. If we just looked out for ourselves for just 1 second, we wouldn't be in this mess right now.
I have a problem with someone saying we're going to spend money, but we don't know exactly how we're going to spend it. And so for me, that's a problem. And then you're taking my money and putting it in places that I don't necessarily agree with.
It's full of pork. I think it's overinflated. Spends a lot of money. The thing that disturbs me is I've got grandkids that are going to have to pay the debt off.
Yeah, there's no stimulus about it. Right now, it's putting hippos on the Titanic. That's all it's doing. If they dispose of all the bad debt, let the free market really go about the way it should, then we'll get our country back. We'll get our prosperity back. It's as simple as that.
And so when I look at the stimulus package and all the pork that's in it, I don't see something that's going to be going into the economy and adding a bunch of money by taking wealth out of the country's left pocket and putting it back in the right pocket just to satisfy some specific agendas, desires and wants.
We don't have $850 billion. The government doesn't have it. The Fed has $45 billion. So we have to come up with the other $850 billion on our own, or I suppose they could print it, which obviously would cause inflation.
I think it's irresponsible. I think it's creating an entitlement class. I think it's taking from the labors of working people to just redistribute our wealth to somebody else who hasn't earned it.
I think that adding another $1 trillion to our debt, in addition to what we did last year, is just not what this country needs right now.
I think it's a travesty. I call it the laxative package and not the stimulus package. I think that it's going to cause a lot of havoc on the American economy.
And I was really saddened to see how many earmarks were in the stimulus plan. It's full of earmarks. If you call them by a different name, they're still earmarks. But even more so, I was very upset about the $410 billion omnibus bill that just passed. That was also full of earmarks. In fact, almost 9,000 of them.
$200,000 for education programs at the Polynesian Voyaging Center in Hawaii. $2 million for research on the reduction of swine odor and manure management. Our Congressman, Chet Edwards, has managed to get $2 million for honeybees in Texas, $200,000 for tattoo removal in California, $190,000 to digitize the Buffalo Bill collection in Wyoming.
I think it's really stealing away from the future generations of children. I mean, it's a really large bill. Maybe it's a good intentions, but it's taking so much away from the future generations.
I have 2 little boys at home. They are robbing my children. They are robbing them for the rest of their lives. They are robbing my grandchildren. It's not just about us. It's about generations after us.
I'm 24 years old, and so I'm going to be getting married and having children over the next decade, and I have to worry, what's their future going to look like? I have to worry, are they going to have the same opportunity that my parents had? Am I going to have the same opportunity that my parents did?
The tax burden that it's going to leave for my children and their children, I really think we can't tax our way to prosperity. We can't spend our way to prosperity. We have to do the hard work.
And I believe that there is a sleeping giant that is awakening in this country, and it's part of that giant is standing behind me.
Take a stance, make your voice heard. And it's clear that that's what everyone here in Houston's doing. They're going to be doing in Greenville, New York City, Harrisburg, and cities across the country over the next couple weeks.
We really want people not to feel hopeless, that there's something they can do, and we're going to show them how to do it.
I think if we keep having more meetings like this, more and more people keep coming, I see a movement growing.
It's an opportunity for me as an individual to support other conservatives and motivate us to get our act together, because it's my firm belief that if we get our act together, that Obama will be a one-termer.
If I had one word to describe the 2009 stimulus package, that word would be insane.
It's theft. It's downright theft, you know? I have no control of what these guys are imposing on us. If they inflate the money supply, you know, everything costs you and I more as a result. It's theft.
Potentially catastrophic to the future of our country.
If I had one word to describe the stimulus package, it would be irresponsible.
So I'm going to go with tyranny. I think that's appropriate.
Definitely a nightmare for spending.
Stuck on stupid. I guess stupid.
One word? Crap. I don't know. It's garbage. It's pure garbage is what it is.
Chitterlings. That is the intestines of a pig. And that's exactly what I feel about the stimulus package.
If there is one word that I can use to describe the 2009 stimulus package, it would be expensive. Too expensive. This is too expensive. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, and I'm afraid that she's going to be paying for this for a long time, and now it's up to looking out for her grandkids is what we're worried about here.
Today at Discovery Green in Houston, Texas, you witnessed taxpayers protesting the $787 billion legislation that's just passed. Thank you for watching.